Archive. Overzone. Enter. Right? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Man, that's a happy story. Look how happy they all are. Oh, we were left on a cliffhanger. We were left on quite the cliffhanger indeed. Here we go. Story 2.
Very well. Moving out.
Question. There was that one thing you sent me, was there? Should I quickly watch that? Because there was that... the white noise, or what it was called. White memory. Because if I were to do that, that's taken a while, right? But I can't just watch the video. It's a lot of text. That's a lot of text. The final ending to White Memory, which shows the main reason behind Snow White's mind switch. Okay, that sounds kind of important. Do we have like a TLDR, what happened in the rest of it? It's quite brutal. It's a wholesome video game about booty and booba. Right? Nothing bad could happen here.
Very well. Moving out. Very well. Moving out.
It's a really cool picture, I like that. Let me check it out. I'll just take a look at it, okay? I'll just take a look at how this works. Alright, Forked Road. Snow White is trying to decide where to go to secure the resources that Dorothy entrusted her with. Forest. The prey hides and the hunter seeks under the shade of the trees. Memories lie in wait. So we know that's the thing that happened when she was like bringing the deer back and stuff. Oh, so it's just a bunch of stories, okay. Snow White approaches the forest. Despite this... Oh, okay. Despite the seemingly endless internecine conflict between man and raptures, the forest remains a bastion of life. As Snow White gazes upon the forest... Russell. Oh. A deer suddenly leaps into view. Shoot with ordinary rifle. Tendrils of flame belch out of the rifle's muzzle. The deer is blown apart in a burst of arterial spray. It's only then that Snow White realizes how fragile it is. She's got a freaking anti-ship rifle. Having newly discovered the fragility of undulates, Snow White decides to walk around the woods and find alternative hunting tools. Let's go straight. Walking forward, Snow White discovers a wooden cabin. She heads inside to look for any useful items. The cabin is entirely bereft of food and supplies. However, Snow White can ascertain from the antlers hanging on the wall and the bear skin on the floor that a hunter resides here. Scrawled directly on the table in red are the words, "Don't be the prey." Snow White turns and heads back into the forest. Turn left. Snow White sees a chain-link fence. She walks towards it, intending to snip into the separate parts that could be used to make traps. She approaches a metal fence and sees a corpse draped over the top of it. The body is clothed in camouflage outfit and carrying a bow and backpack. Snow White cuts down the metal fence and sets the corpse on the floor. The duffel bag contains electrical wires, a phone, dry rations, a pail, and a map. Snow White looks at the bow and arrow. These weapons, along with the camouflage, might prove useful for hunting. She contemplates whether she should take them. Take everything. Snow White apologizes and takes the dry food, bow and arrow, and camouflage outfit. She must survive for the sake of her colleagues. If that means benefiting from someone else's death, then so be it. Snow White prepares to hunt. She starts to set up a trap using the metal wire she got from the fence. Being proficient with crafting, she succeeds in making the trap and resumes her hunting once again. Snow White returns to the spot where she saw the deer and sets the trap. The bleats of a deer can be heard in the distance. She decides to hide behind a tree and watch. To conceal herself, Snow White. Where's the camouflage outfit? Hey! The deer is fooled by Snow White's camouflage and comes closer. The moment its foot is clammed by the trap, Snow White shoots it with an arrow. Snow White captures the deer. Looking forward to the delicious dinner she'll be having that night, she returns to the post in good spirits. New ending. Oh. Okay. So you go in there multiple times? Stand guard? Lay the post and stand guard, sure. Snow White feels that conditions are not ideal, so she calls off the expedition and returns to the post. So you just get multiple endings? Okay. Back to the forest. Alright, shoot it with an anti-ship rifle. Tendrils of flame belch out of the anti-ship rifle's muzzle, however, as the flames die down, the deer is nowhere to be found. The shot also attracts raptures, and Snow White is forced into a confrontation. The sounds of the battle only attract more raptures. It takes everything for Snow White to subdue the threat. In the end, she goes back to the post empty-handed. Oh, there's even more? What? Alright. Shoot it with a rifle. Turn right. Okay. On the right, the ground is covered with mushrooms that have brilliant red patterns. Snow White begins to pick the mushrooms. She wonders if she could do a taste test before bringing them to her colleagues. Taste them. Snow White feels somewhat hesitant about sharing food with others that hasn't been tested. She puts a mushroom in her mouth. Suddenly a white fog envelops her. A female figure can be made out amongst the fog. It is someone whose face she has longed to see for some time. Snow White. Someone calls out. Snow White opens her eyes. Oh! Oh! My drink, gremlin! Yum, 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 yum. Because, you know, like, if I have to talk so much, I gotta stay hydrated. Cheers, everyone. Have a good Friday. Doth thine fine spirits bequeath mine desire? Alright, Snow White opens her eyes. The white fog has dissipated. After making sure she hasn't sustained any injuries, Snow White realizes something. The mushroom she ate made her hallucinate. Snow White contemplates if she should eat the mushroom again. Although she can't explain why exactly, she wants to see that woman in her hallucination again. After hesitating for a while, Snow White decides to eat the mushroom. After ingesting some of more of the mushroom, Snow White sees two flowers amidst the fog. One is white and the other is red. Which one should she follow? Oh, alright, a white flower. Snow White heads towards the white flower and sees a white figure. Faceless figure asks, "Can you see me?" No. Snow White stumbles over a tree stump and tumbles to the ground. After waking up from her hallucination, Snow White still wants to see that face that may or may not be a figment of her imagination. So she eats some more mushrooms. No matter how many mushrooms Snow White ingests, the face she longs to see remains forever indistinct. Snow White spends the entire day lost in meaningless reveries. Alright. Rifle shot. Turning right. Mushroom. Don't eat. Snow White feels that the mushroom are bad news, so she puts them down and heads out of the forest. Having newly discovered the fragility of undulates, Snow White decides to walk around. Oh, okay, wait. But I haven't completed them, just checked. Not eat the mushroom. No matter how badly she wants to see that woman, falling into a hallucination is a risky proposition. She puts the mushroom down and heads out of the forest. Okay. Mushroom? Taste the mushroom. The red flower. Ooh. Snow White heads toward the red flower and hears the buzz of a radio. An old song is being played. Someone can be heard humming along to the song. They sound homesick. Okay, hold on. Suddenly, a long-forgotten memory comes rushing back to her. She used to listen to songs with Red Hood, who loved old songs. Hello, little one. Snow White was in a terrible mood that day. So many of those close to her had lost their lives. Snow White could never forget their eyes as they died, filled with fear and a hint of relief. As the music continues to play, Snow White walks up to Red Hood. Why do you look so solemn, little one? You're going to give yourself wrinkles if you keep scrunching up your face like that. Red Hood says with a grin. Stop doing that. Take a look at this. Red Hood brings the radio closer. It is playing a song about missing one's hometown. It's an old guitar-centric pop song, which didn't suit the battlefield at all. The song's nice, right? This is what music's all about. Red Hood attempts to coax Snow White. Want to try singing it? Did Snow White sing with her back then? She can't remember. It's more like it, you dork. You act like an old geezer. Really? Red Hood's laughter and the music are the only sound that linger in Snow White's ears. Snow White trips over the tree stump. She wakes up from the hallucination, sees a tent and broken radio, and a cassette tape near the tree stump that she tripped over. Snow White keeps the cassette tape and begins humming the song she had heard in the hallucination. English! Oh, the hometown I long for, the friends I miss. Even if the sky above us is forever grey, we'll return to a hometown someday. Have I mentioned before in my defense that English is not my first language? Don't you forget! Don't you forget that. Okay. We're shooting the deer, and we're still turning red? And then we taste the mushroom. Eat the mushroom. The white flower. Don't eat the mushroom. But like, since there's multiple ways, it means most of them aren't true. So, hold on. Does there happen to be a video on the internet where somebody did like all the correct ways? Perchance? You know? So I don't have to turn back and forth so much. Because I will make it a bit more concise like that. What's it called? What memory? What memory? It's like a 40-minute guide. We don't need a guide. We want to have just a video that tells us the important parts. That's what we want. So I don't have to read like text back and forth and brain about it. That's it's nice if you don't have to read it out loud. Because after like the ZZZ stream earlier, that's it's been a bit much. All right, what we'll do is now we know how this thing works, right? Now you know how this whole scenario works. Snow White is walking the forest and other locales and looking for stuff and shooting a deer with a anti-ship rifle. However, ultimately in the end, there comes a part where like, you know, once everything has been completed after a lot of reading, which if you really enjoyed it, obviously you can do this, you know, if you play the game, you can read all of this. We're just getting to the spiciest bit of it, so I don't have to talk my mouth dry. Which is this part right here. Holy quality, man. Snow White walks towards the field. The sun's rays cascade across the peaceful meadow. At the far end there's a stone coffin, encircled by towering trees. It is there that she slumbers. Snow White gazes from afar, a half in a daze. Look for a Lily Weiss's coffin. Commander's dog tag required. Walking out of the post, Snow White says goodbye to everyone and sets off on a long journey. Snow White decides to go to Lily Weiss's coffin, which she has not visited in a long time. There's something she must tell Lily Weiss before she leaves. With a heavy heart, Snow White comes to Lily Weiss's coffin. She takes one step and then another. Snow White accidentally kicks something. There's a familiar-looking piece of rock on the ground. It's a sharp corner of the coffin. Snow White lifts her head and looks at Lily Weiss. It's gone. Her head is gone. Wait, what? So that Lily Weiss person, which they also called Lilith, was it the same one? I'm not sure. I would assume so. They buried her like somewhere there in the meadows, right? And her head is gone. As we know though, like NIKKE are like android robot things, but their brain tissue is still a brain, right? So somebody took her head. Her head is gone. In the shattered coffin, only her body remains. The white Lily Weiss flower has black scuff marks from being trampled on. Desperately, Snow White searches her surroundings. It's gone. Why? How can this be happening? Her face is gone. Only a body is left. No one will remember her this way. I haven't achieved anything yet. I haven't accomplished anything she expected of me. Will the story really end so meaninglessly? No way. I refuse to accept this. This can't happen to her. Not to Lily Weiss. A sound emits from somewhere. The sound of machines. Grey intruders that disturb the ground. Rapturous. Rapturous. The black marks upon the white flower. They say they took away her head. Exterminate them. I will exterminate them all. I will find her head. I have to fulfill her legacy, what she wished for. I hope we can. I have to save her legacy. I have to save the humans. I hope we can save... I have to save her legacy. I have to save the humans. I hope we can save the humans. Click. Snow White gets to her feet and walks forward. She will exterminate all the raptures on the surface. And recover the human. Hey, well, hey. That... What? Her hey head has disappeared. All right. When did this happen in the time? Because she was like going in and out. Is this when she returned, like with all the stuff and the deer? Did that happen during then?
Very well. Moving out.
It's a big wholesome story. Stained glass image here is really cool though. But yeah, I'm not perfectly certain like when it happened. After OVERZONE? Could be. You're right. Well, now we know it happened. Somebody took Lily Weiss's hat, which is pretty messed up. The rep just took it. Okay. Well, here we go. Part 2. Last thing we know is there was a message from the Ark. At last.
Is she able to get up?
It's strange that Lily Weiss is called Lilith sometimes, and the Rapture Queen is also called Lilith.
Not sure. Her own mental fortitude will be the deciding factor. Regardless, it won't be easy. If you think I look haggard, Dorothy is doing far worse than I.
I'm going to go out and forage. I realize it's bad timing, but we need materials. I'll go with you.
I shall keep watch over Dorothy. Everyone. Dorothy.
Are you okay?
Of course, I'm fine.
Huh?
You didn't seem so
I got a
fine.
message from the Ark. Thou does not say this in jest? Of course not. Let's listen to it together.
Voice transmission from the Ark. Would you like to listen?
Yes, play message.
To the Goddess Squad. First and foremost, our deepest condolences for the death of your squad leader, Lily Weiss. Many of those in the Ark are grieving this great loss. We also thank you for guiding Operation Guardian Ark to its completion. On behalf of all the Ark's citizens, I would like to express our gratitude to you for a job well done. We are currently looking into ways to supply additional troops and resources, but there have been numerous delays due to many ongoing issues within the Ark. We apologize for the inconvenience. Due to these unforeseen complications, the operation has been temporarily put on hold. Additional complications have arisen on the surface. Therefore, we must entrust the only remaining forces above the surface, the formidable Goddess Squad, with an additional assignment. Should you resolve these issues, which I will go over in detail momentarily, the Ark will successfully be sealed, and peace will prevail. After you have listened to this message, please come to a decision. Of course, the final decision lies squarely with the acting leader, Dorothy. We humans are eternally grateful for everything you have done for us up until now. We are forever in your debt. So please, do not feel pressured to sway your decision one way or the other.
Huh.
Is that all there is?
No, there's more. Play it.
Your orders are as follows. 1. Destroy the Alva particle generator in order to disrupt Rapture's ability to communicate with one another.
Hey, we heard of alpha particles in the Crown event. Yeah, that stuff makes you naked.
The generator is powerful enough that it can negatively affect systems within the Ark itself, even from such a great distance. It is for this reason that we have been unable to make progress in certain areas with the sealing of the Ark. 2. Annihilate the Rapture hordes in certain designated areas. At these specific coordinates, sealing efforts are being conducted in close proximity to the surface. The loud noises generated by construction are likely to be detected by Raptures.
I just noticed like the the story of NIKKE in a way, just because of the Raptures, gives me some Horizon, you know, Zero Dawn, Forbidden West kind of vibes, which is great. By the way, that's great.
3. Destroy the freight elevator. This elevator was originally used to deliver food and other materials to the Ark, and will not be used after it is sealed.
Is that the Ghost Story elevator? I did some Ghost Story thing in the outpost.
Given that it provides a direct connection to the Ark, it could potentially be used by Raptures. To prevent any potential and disastrous misuse, it must be destroyed at all costs. Should you choose to accept this mission, you are to start with destroying the alpha particle generator. It is the shortest distance from the Ark itself. Once that is destroyed, we will be able to establish direct communication with you. That is all. We await your decision. I do not know if this will be of any influence, but the Ark is anxiously awaiting the return of the Goddess Squad. We will ensure that you are sufficiently rewarded for all the sacrifices you have made.
The voice message has ended. There are 0 messages left.
Uh-huh.
So, there's been a problem with sealing the Ark.
Let's move.
Thou reached a decision most hastily.
Are you not coming?
Of course I am.
What do you think, Dorothy?
We have to go. Don't we?
Precisely. Let's go.
I knew you'd agree. All of us can tackle each of the orders together.
What? Even for you, that seems a bit extreme. We'll take turns.
No. A leader should always be on the front lines, especially when what lies ahead is unknown.
Don't be so stubborn. You haven't even had time to recover properly.
My spirits are high. Communication with the Ark has been reached. They didn't forget about us, and they've prepared a grand homecoming for us. We can go to paradise. Me neither.
I must admit, I am rather looking forward to it myself.
I feel like we're on top of the world right now. So we won't sit this one out.
Okay.
Wait, you agree with her?
I don't see any problem with what she's saying. Not in theory, at least. Who are you pairing up with first?
Rapunzel, will you join us?
Count me in.
All right, it's settled then. In the meantime, Scarlet and I will scavenge for materials.
Affirmative. Everyone ready?
Ready.
I have a feeling that's like the moment when the white memory things are happening for Snow White, right? So like they are like in between those things, which probably a little like disjointed because I'm not doing it as the event happened, but like later on. I think that's the case. All right, Dorothy marches forward confidently.
Yay gods, what is the rush?
I better get going too.
Rapunzel! Scarlet!
Yes?
I think it would be wise not to bring up Pina. Keep a close eye on Dorothy as well.
Huh?
Why?
I'm worried about her, that's why.
Okay, we will.
Promise?
Promise.
Combat?
Whatever.
I'll just do what I can.
Combat? Whatever. Whatever, Dad. Yes, go forth. Shiki-kan commands you. Shoot that thing. That thing. Yeah, good. Good. Well done. They need no guidance. They don't need no commander.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
It's our first time coming out this far. Before this, we were restricted to that small area right outside the Ark's entryway. Isn't this exciting? How about we have a little fun? I don't see any problem with it. After all, it's not every day we get to do this kind of thing.
It's nice to see you're in such high spirits. Feeling better?
Of course. Everything's peachy. Always has been.
Alright, well, that puts my mind at ease. We'll be arriving at the Alva particle generator area soon.
Peachy?
Once we get there, even my jamming skills will be hampered. If we encounter any resistance, a confrontation will be unavoidable.
Your jamming ability comes from your hair, doesn't it?
Yup. Each strand is a small jamming device.
What?
I heard that NIKKE's skills and appearance are the manifestations of whatever they considered ideal when they were a human. What was that for you?
Easy. To return home unharmed.
So that desire sublimated itself into a jamming skill. Kind of sounds like a monkey's paw situation to me.
Wait, what? I heard that the NIKKE's skills and appearance are manifestations of whatever they considered their ideal when they were a human. So Rapunzel, when she was a human, wanted to return home unarmed, and that's why her hair became a jamming device? Interesting, if you think about the other characters.
Let's hope not. Wouldn't want the other shoe to drop on me. What about you? What was the ultimate for you?
Me? I'm not sure. I forgot.
Come on, don't be like that.
I just wanted to survive. The idea of the Raptures taking over seemed so implausible that once it happened, all I wanted was to survive. I don't know what skills that would have given birth to.
Well, it seems to have worked at any rate.
Huh?
You're still alive, aren't you?
I suppose you're right. We haven't bought the farm just yet. And we're going to keep it that way. All of us, together in paradise. Do you remember? We promised each other.
I remember.
Uh-oh. Oh my god, no, look at that, look at that!
Very well. Moving out.
No! Game, what are you doing?
Very well. Moving out. Very well. Moving out.
Ah.
Very well. Moving out.
I don't know about that. I thought she had a little hole going on.
Come on, guys. Turn those frowns upside down.
I have to do some quick maintenance.
Real quick. I'm hiding. Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back.
This uniform
I'm
is
looking
so
forward to
comfortable.
the Stellar Blade event.
Reloading.
And I hope Eve is gonna be a good character.
Done.
I feel like
Oh!
she's probably gonna be overpowered.
Time for class to begin.
Everyone will have a blast in Wonderland. Go, boys. Aha, like this.
Holy shit, like with sniper rifle like that.
Done. Nice and fast.
There we we go. Astonishing damage initially.
Teacher, let's go have some dessert now.
I see the generator. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any raptures in the vicinity.
Good. Let's smash this thing and get going.
Yeah.
With pleasure. Dorothy, do you see that?
Is that a grave?
We can't go there. There are raptures in that area.
Who cares? Let's go. There's only a handful of them. I can handle them on my own if I have to.
Is there any way to lure them over in this direction?
Are you worried that they'll desecrate the graves?
Yes. But if it's too much of a hassle, we don't have to do it.
That's a good idea.
Dorothy fires a weapon into the air. The gunshot resonates with a bang, and the raptors charge towards Dorothy's direction.
How's that for luring them over?
A little over the top, don't you think?
No,
Never thought I'd hear you accuse me of that.
no.
Here they come.
Just stand and watch me work.
Well, she's got that cool auto rifle. They should have let me borrow a fully powered Dorothy for this.
Give me just a second. Minutes and I'll be right back into it.
Battle armor?
Am I doing it right?
Quickly gonna do my Star Rail dailies for my film
Let's
besides.
go have some dessert now.
Oh, Rapunzel and Dorothy stare at their wooden posts that have been stuck into the ground. A dog tag hangs on each
There must
post.
be about 20 of them.
May I say a prayer before we go?
Of course.
Rapunzel kneels and begins to pray. Rattle, rattle? The dog tags jingle as they sway in the wind.
Rapunzel,
Yes?
do you still hear their voices?
No. The dead don't speak, remember?
Then who are you praying to?
To no one.
An invisible
What are you
god.
praying for?
I desire nothing.
What fulfillment does praying bring you?
None.
Then why do you do it?
Because I want to hear their voices.
Is your heart stuck in a pattern?
I thought we settled this before.
It's not that, Dorothy. I realized that the voice I was hearing before was my own. But now, I want to really hear their voices.
Why?
To help them find their homes.
Homes?
Yes. I want them to spend the rest of their time there. In the place where they were most at peace. Especially since their lives must have been so hard near the end.
What about you? Is that what you want as well?
Of course. But not yet. There is something I must do first.
What's that?
I've made up my mind.
Swoosh. Golden particles rise out of the graves and merge with Rapunzel's rosary.
What was that?
Those were... I see.
Huh?
This is where your memories reside.
What just happened?
Their memories just came to me. The memories of the departed.
You mean those golden particles?
Yes,
Are you saying those were their...
their souls. Yes, or something like it.
Their memory sticks.
Let's destroy the generator and get out of here. The others are probably waiting for us. Once we do that, we should be able to establish communication with the Ark, right?
Hey, Tony! Welcome back! Thank you very much for the 29 months. Thank you. Good evening. Hello! Thank you very much.
Most likely.
Then let's go.
Dorothy starts to gather dog tags that are hanging from the posts.
What are you doing?
We may not be able to move their bodies, but we can at least take their dog tags. We can place them at the graveside back at the Ark's entrance.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
It's time I teach all of you a lesson.
Interesting.
Done nice and fast.
The story is indeed going places. I think if they ever, like, one day have, like, I don't know, insane budget, they would benefit heavily from, like, turning all of those cutscenes, like, where they talk, into, like, actual, like, animated, like, anime, like, you know,
I should start preparing
sequences.
for the next class.
Hope you all get. There will be a time when I manage to watch the stream more often. I mean, there's potentially going to be a time where I can manage to get the stream started earlier as well, I guess. Which might help. But hey, you know, for the time being, I'll try to be streaming as what's the word? As consistently as I can. Which, by the way, all things considered, this whole year, 2024, we're like halfway through already. For some reason, like the first half of 2024 went by in like a flash. I've been streaming more this past half year than I streamed most years, actually. Not that it actually was more successful. In fact, it was kind of the exact opposite. But anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Let's proceed with the story.
Attempting to connect to live feed with the Ark.
Come in. Goddess Squad, this is the Ark. Do you copy?
Success!
This is the Goddess Squad. We can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. We noticed a drastic decrease in particle concentration, so we figured we should try contacting you. I take it you succeeded in destroying the generator? I knew we could count on you.
I am Dorothy, the acting leader of the Goddess Squad. And you are?
I'm the primary director responsible for the Ark sealing project. For security purposes, I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to disclose my name.
What?
You'll have to excuse me.
I have a question for you. How are we going to be treated once the Ark is sealed?
As stated in the previous transmission, we are preparing a magnificent reception for you. You have my word.
Good.
Do you by any chance know how the commander is doing?
I assume you're referring to your previous commanding officer?
Yes. Is he alive? Can I talk to him?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything at this point in time. I asked around, but couldn't turn up anything.
But how?
I'm sorry.
No. Thank you anyway.
How is everything in the Ark?
To be honest, it's a mess. With such a mass migration of people, there are still many kinks left to work out.
Kinks,
To say
huh?
it's chaotic would be an understatement. However, one thing is certain. Everyone is hopeful. Hopeful that we'll soon be living a life where we don't have to be afraid of raptures.
Right, that's good. If we finish off the remaining raptures and dismantle the supply elevator, will we be able to join the party?
Of course.
Okay, I'll give you daily updates from here on out. We'll be seeing you soon.
See you soon.
Live feed with the Ark has ended.
The plan doth seem to have progressed most smoothly.
That it does.
Let us rest and make our move tomorrow. I shall join you.
All right. I don't see Snow White. Is something wrong?
Oh, that. She's on the lookout.
She's incorrigible.
Do not fret. She would let it be known if she were truly fatigued.
No, she wouldn't. That's the problem. Forget it. I'm not chasing after her. She'll just talk her way out of it again.
She is truly a most inveterate individual.
Let's head in and rest. That includes you, Scarlet.
Very well. Good night.
You know, I somehow like
Snow White.
the sound of the robot. Sounds somehow nice, like the effect he has.
Hey, you did well today. How'd Dorothy do?
She seemed fine. Whatever it was that was haunting her, it seems she's overcome it.
Okay.
She's stronger than you think.
Or so she claims.
Snow White,
Okay, go rest now.
you don't want me to take over for you?
No.
Hey, you don't need to tell me twice. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Snow White is just hardcore.
Maybe I should pop in for a moment before heading to bed. Huh? Dorothy?
Oh, hey, Rapunzel.
Are you not sleeping?
I forgot.
How to sleep? Among the graves, 20 wooden stakes have been struck into the ground, upon which hang dog tags.
You actually did move them all here. Thank you, Dorothy.
It was nothing.
Like, wait, did she move all the graves over? Did she go back and forth?
Rapunzel, I want to make this place a sanctuary for those who have lost their lives. For all those lost souls who perished on the surface with nowhere to go. We can bury them here. We can't bring their bodies, but as long as we bring some trace of them back here, this could become the holiest place on the entire surface, couldn't it?
Yes. It absolutely could.
Actually, think of that. Think of that for a moment. A lot of places that have been deemed holy places in the world have been churches and grave sites connected with churches. So if you think about it, like a holy place is very often a place where a lot of people lost their lives. Which kind of is nice if you think about that. Yeah. Just some food for thought.
Whatever. I'll just do what I can.
Whatever. Okay.
Well done.
They just whatevered me. Those brats.
Be right back into it.
Gives me some moment here for me on my phone. I'm doing the Star Rail dailies. All right. And there we go. Star Rail dailies done already.
I should start preparing for the next class.
Star Rail respects my time. Now I charge my phone. Uh-oh, what did I push? Guac? What do you mean guac? Kaboom?
Amazing.
Had the battle truly ended with such haste? They kept talking about how many were here, so I got my hopes up. I must confess they are dashed.
Is it just me? Or have you seemed inordinately strong lately? More so than usual. What do you think is different?
Perhaps it is because I am cheating.
Cheating? Come on, be serious.
Let's see, it has been 5 years? For 5 long years, I have done battle with creatures most foul. In the beginning, these skirmishes merely consisted of prototype NIKKEs against prototype Raptures. However,
Raptors.
They both evolved in the blink of an eye. Both were enhanced in order to more effectively kill the other. The most obvious byproduct of this evolution for NIKKEs was their ability to use firearms, whereas the Raptures became more capable of snuffing out these gun-toting NIKKEs. Yet, train thine eyes upon mine visage.
Scarlet slashes a sword through the air.
I wield this.
I see. So you're saying this is far from the norm?
Precisely. Those creatures shan't ever evolve enough to send me across the river Styx. For all of them to evolve simply to take down a single NIKKE who wields a blade would be worth neither the time nor effort. As for me, however, I am evolving. I am becoming more adept at rendering raptures asunder with this sword. Those beasts are stuck treading water, whereas I am darting through it like a torpedo. That is why I am so strong.
The
Because she's a
Raptures must
torpedo.
be keeping an eye out for you.
I am but one lone swordsman. How could I contribute to this war?
Her sword is a tool of justice. Never used in anger. Wait, wrong game.
Don't say that. You're...
It's about flipping that thought around. One day, I shall draw this blade across the Queen's throat. That is, if her life is not taken first by someone neither of us knows. The mere thought makes mine body quiver with joy.
That makes two of us. What will you do after?
I am unsure. I was born to fight, so my destiny shall be to wield this blade until my dying day. To do what one does best until one shuffles off this mortal coil. Surely such a life is not so bad.
Perhaps, but I think I can speak for the others as well, in that we hope you can have another goal in life.
Well, there is something I've thought about.
What's that?
Crafting my own alcoholic spirits. Don't look at me like I'm some lush worthy of pity.
But you are a lush.
Huh. Do you remember the seeds I threw aside
Cheers to
a few
that,
days
Scarlet.
ago? The ones that ended up sprouting?
Yes, I remember.
To see new life blooming in the midst of this harsh wasteland was a most shocking revelation to me. There has been much devastation, yet life still breathes within this land. I had forgotten that. Although civilization has collapsed and humanity has disappeared,
She said
the
years
land
ago?
itself is still teeming with life. I know not if we should consider raptures as a form of life, but all we have done is slaughter them indiscriminately. Instead of ending life, I want to create it. That is why I have chosen to become a farmer.
A farmer?
Yes, a farmer. I want to witness new life being born. I want to see it with my own two eyes.
Then turn it into booze.
Right, right.
I mean, think about it. It's ingenious.
Okay. An existence filled with death and destruction is no life at all.
So
We can start with a small garden. Let's make a small garden at the temporary guard post. It's not much, but it'll be a start.
A fine proposition indeed.
We'll start straight away.
Cute. Very cute. Very cute.
We've received confirmation that raptures have been terminated. There is only one objective remaining, which is to destroy the freight elevator. Also, I must inform you that the sealing date for the Ark has been delayed for an additional 3 weeks.
Oh my god, they're so
I
useless
presume
in
the
there.
delays are due to all of these issues on the surface.
That is correct. I'm sorry, but can you handle 3 more weeks where you are? We will send supplies to your next objective, the freight elevator. It will be a full month's supply. Will you be able to get by in the meantime?
I have a
We'll
bad
make it
feeling
work.
about this.
With how things are, waiting another 3 weeks will not be a major issue.
All right, thank you. I will send the supplies immediately. After you receive the shipment, destroy the elevator.
Roger. Will communication stay up afterwards?
Of course.
Okay. I will
Sound
contact
like
you
a
once the
fake
work
yes.
is done.
I'll be waiting.
Communication ended.
Additional supplies.
Does that mean we don't need to go out scrounging for our own supplies?
We can concentrate more on guarding this area.
To be honest, though, there haven't been that many raids lately.
We should move out pronto. Where's Snow White?
Pronto.
She's off scavenging. Should be back soon.
Here I am.
Welcome back!
Did you find anything?
I caught a deer.
Ah.
Again? Do you have something against deer? 'Tis most unfortunate that none amongst us knows how to skin this ungulate properly.
Dorothy,
Yes?
skin this deer for me, will you?
Will do.
Huh?
Oh.
You know how to skin that thing, Dorothy?
Of course I do. How hard can it be?
You know. If you know, you know. I don't know yet, but I have a suspicion.
All you've got to do is follow the proper steps.
Go ahead.
1 hour later.
That should do it. That wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be.
Incredible. Teach me next time.
I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, because initially Dorothy couldn't even watch that.
Let's smoke it and preserve it. I'll leave that to
Smoke
you,
it.
Scarlet.
Very well. Can we take some of the meat and roast it as well?
Shouldn't be a problem. Then let's go, Dorothy.
All right. Oh, right. Snow White.
What is it?
Thank you for helping me out before.
Don't mention it. I simply did what I had to.
Did you sleep after that?
No.
If you keep doing that...
Don't worry about me. I'll never lose touch with my humanity.
How long has she not slept?
Dorothy.
Years?
Yeah?
Snow White stares at Dorothy intently.
What's wrong? Why are you looking at us like that?
Dorothy.
Why are you looking at us like that? Holy shit, that was trippy. That's actually trippy.
Yes?
Why do you keep saying us?
Hmm?
You're the only one here. What are you seeing?
I don't know what you're saying.
Forgive me, but I asked Rapunzel and Scarlet to keep tabs on you. They informed me that it was sometimes difficult to carry on a conversation with you. They said it was as if you were speaking to someone else.
Huh? That's obviously...
Is Pina with you now?
Yes. She's been here the whole time. My spirits are high. Communication with the Ark has been reached. They didn't forget about us, and they've prepared a grand homecoming for us. We can go to paradise.
The Ark! How exciting! I doubt I'll be able to get any sleep tonight.
Me neither.
Callie, did you notice? I had a strong suspicion already from like from a while. From when she locked herself up.
I must admit, I am rather looking forward to it myself.
It's our first time coming out this far, Before, we were restricted to
Still
that small
trippy.
area right outside the Ark's entryway. Isn't this exciting?
Super exciting. It's great being able to venture out this far.
How about we have a little fun?
Is that okay? The other will be waiting.
I don't see any problem with it. After all, it's not every day we get to do this kind of thing.
It's nice to see you're in such high spirits.
We are still alive and breathing. And we're going to keep it that way. All of us, together in paradise. Do you remember? We promised each other.
Yes, I remember, Dorothy.
I remember.
Is that a grave?
We can't go there. There are raptures in that area.
Who cares? Let's go. There's only a handful of them. I can handle them on my own if I have to.
Is there any way to lure them over in this direction?
Are you worried that they'll desecrate the graves?
Yes, but if it's too much of a hassle, we don't have to do it.
Fire your gun off into the air.
That's a good idea. How's that for luring them over?
A little over the top, don't you think?
Never thought I'd hear you accuse me of that.
Not exactly subtle, but effective.
It's coming!
Here they come.
Just stand and watch me work. I don't see Snow White. Is something wrong?
Oh, that. She's on the lookout.
She's incorrigible.
Do not fret. She would let it be known if she was truly fatigued.
No, she wouldn't. That's the problem.
Are you going to go looking for her?
Forget it. I'm not chasing after her. She'll just talk her way out of it again.
She is truly a most inveterate individual.
Is it just me, or have you seemed inordinately strong lately? More so than usual. What do you think is different?
Perhaps it is because I am cheating,
Cheating?
Do you think she's colluding with the Raptures?
Come on, be serious.
Skin this deer for me, will you?
Will do.
Huh?
You know how to skin that thing, Dorothy?
Of course I do. How hard can it be? All you've got to do is follow the proper steps.
That's right. It's easy as pie.
Go ahead.
And that should do it.
That's it. Nicely done.
That wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be.
Incredible. Teach me next time? You okay, Snow White? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Dorothy, Pina is dead. She was corrupted. You put her down yourself. Whatever this thing is inside of you, it's just a made-up... Huh?
Never thought I'd see the day when you were cracking jokes, Snow White. You went a little over the line with that last wisecrack, but that's okay. You can keep working on it.
Still, I can tell you put some real effort into it.
Definitely. Doesn't it seem to you like Snow White is different? We can't let her get the last laugh. We've got to come up with a joke of our own.
Okie dokie. What's our joke gonna be?
Not sure. The main thing is that it's got to be something creative, something out of the ordinary.
How about we both brainstorm individually, and whoever can't come up with something has to prepare the other's meals for the next 5 days?
Sounds good. I've got this in the bag.
I take it that means you're taking the bet?
You're on. Let's pinky swear on it.
Dorothy does a pinky swear in midair.
It's been a while since I did one of those.
Oh boy.
Dorothy.
Bolt, follow me.
Class is over.
This
The
uniform
story
is
is
so
going
comfortable.
places, but I have to say though, like, most stories become great, especially due to like the musical underlining, which is, this game is doing great, by the way. Music is very important.
Woo! That concludes today's lesson.
Very well. Moving out.
Seven. Halfway now. Let's get it.
Time to show what a female student is capable of.
But like, how did, like, we can probably find out, right,
uniform is so
how it happened and stuff.
Give me just a second.
Just a moment. Gotta reload real quick. This is pretty close to
Do you
our
think she just has
practice drills.
trauma?
Give me just a second.
And that's it? Did she actually like
This uniform is so
do something to
comfortable.
like get Pine's consciousness somehow? Nah, it's probably just full on trauma.
That concludes today's lesson.
Speaking of music, the music that plays during the final white memory ending is called Lots of Numbers, which is hexadecimal for Mind Switch. Clever, I like it.
So, Pina's death.
Sent Dorothy into a spiral.
It's clear as day. When I tried to broach the topic, she brushed it off as if I was joking. That's not the only thing. In her mind, she made a pinky promise with Pina. And when she did, she actually put her hand up and moved her fingers. In Dorothy's mind, Pina really exists.
So, when she skinned the deer,
She recalled Pina skinning it and followed along with the image imprinted in her mind. To her, it was as if Pina was beside her, helping.
what do you think?
I'm not sure.
I don't see a problem.
You don't?
Neither do I.
Dorothy is using this as a coping mechanism, and it isn't disrupting her day-to-day life in any significant way. As long as it stays this way, I don't see a problem with it.
Sure, but what if it doesn't stay this way? How bad do you think it could get? Could Dorothy lose her entire sense of self to this delusion?
Since it's a product of Dorothy's own mind, it will only act within the boundaries that Dorothy confines it to. Pina was Dorothy's friend. She was a positive force in her life. She'll remain devoted to that role. In fact, the worst-case scenario would be if Pina disappeared.
Huh.
We're in unexplored territory here, so it's high risk. The slightest variation could cause Pina to disappear entirely from Dorothy's mind.
What should we do to ensure Dorothy remains normal?
I think we just need to act the way we do normally.
I agree.
Very well. We shall try.
Yes.
Okay.
We received confirmation of the destruction of the freight elevator. We cannot thank you enough. We will be proceeding to the final stage of the arc sealing procedure. Our expected time frame is 3 weeks. In the meantime, we must ask you to continue protecting us as you have been.
We will.
Did you receive the supply shipment we sent?
Yes, thank you. I've been meaning to ask, what is this plasticine-like substance? There doesn't seem to be enough of it for it to be reinforcement material.
Ah, that is Splendiman. It is going to be used as the primary food source in the Ark.
This is food?
I know that it's a far cry from Mom's home-cooked food, but it really is the perfect superfood, at least in theory. You could live a long, healthy life eating that and nothing else. Having said that, I'd recommend only eating it when you have to.
What's one food you could eat? Always.
Understood.
We'll continue to contact
And why
you
is it
on
pizza?
a daily basis.
Sounds good.
Communication ended.
No, actually, I think it's chicken. Ramen? Potatoes? I can see you eat ramen the whole time. Because I actually do. Chicken without rice. Every day.
All right, everyone. Let's try and stay alive for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah. Everyone, let's do that. Good plan.
I want to see a chameleon for myself.
Yeah, that too. Let's all stay alive for the next 3 weeks, alright? At least that. Rice is indeed very yummy.
I have to
There's
do
like this
some
one
quick
meme video
maintenance.
where this dude is like, chicken and rice every day, which is, you know, the typical like gym goer kind of thing usually.
That concludes today's
But I could do it
lesson.
without the rice. I just want more chicken. I need more power, but chicken expensive. Did you know, everyone, that if you support me on the stream, like if you send a tip or subscribe, I could get more chicken? And with more chicken, I get more power.
Someone help! I don't know how to lift this thing.
By the gods! 'Tis most simple lifting a beast like this, dear. Put your back into it and lift it. That's all there is to it, really.
Chippa.
Well, I can't do that. That's why I'm asking for help.
Grab the front legs and put them over your shoulder.
That's what Pina says to do.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. One more time?
Pina said to take the front legs and sling them over your shoulder.
Take the front legs over the shoulder. Put my back into it. Hey, I did it! I'm carrying it!
Why didn't you just lift it? It's not that heavy, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Like, how heavy is a deer? I expect a deer to be like... I have no idea, so I'm just gonna guesstimate. I think a deer is probably gonna be like... 100 kilograms plus. I'm gonna look it up now. Average weight of a deer. How heavy is a deer in kilograms? Red deer. What's a red deer? Okay. 90 to 150. The weight can reach 300 or 400. Okay. So I was pretty spot on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, lifting something that's like 100 kilograms, that's not very easy. Red ear, that's mine when I get tired.
When I lift it up, I can see its eyes.
How is carrying it on your shoulder any better? You do realize the head is hanging right by your face, don't you?
Can we chop off the head?
My goodness, such bloodlust.
Are we really supposed to slice this stuff this thin? How is it going to have any taste if we do that?
It's meant to add flavor. That's what it says on the recipe.
Hey, Tony! Thank you very much for the chicken. Did I hear chicken? That tip supplies a roughly 1.5 days of chicken. Thank you very much for your support, seriously. Much appreciated. Thank you. Chicken and rice. Well, actually, yeah. That is enough for chicken and rice. But not just for me. Also for Milady. Which is in like that direction. Not Dorothy. No. Hold on. No. Oh. Behind the curtain. There's a curtain right there.
Are you sure the recipe is correct?
Of course. I got it from the library, while I had an all-too-rare moment to spare.
Although, when she was playing the game, she pulled Dorothy.
I'm sure it was a big hit back at one point in time.
All right. What next then?
At this rate, it'll be dawn before we dine.
You can't rush quality.
Snow White, wipe the drool from your mouth.
So good. She's like, food. Yes.
We're supposed to boil this?
I don't think that's right, Dorothy.
Neither do I. Something's off here.
Would you please just trust me? Just put it in and boil it. You will then have the perfect meal. Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound promising.
I'm sorry. I think I accidentally flipped to a different recipe a few steps back.
This thing looks like it came from outer space.
I think tossing this may be for the best.
Allow me to do the honors.
Would you please stop drooling?
Everyone tries to make in something that looks remotely edible.
Everyone, come here and look at this.
What is it?
Look.
Wow, a sprout.
So this is going to be...
The precious material I'll use to brew my own alcohol.
Oh yeah.
I think you're going to have to wait a while for that.
No matter. We have plenty of time. No one is to consume this plant.
Still drooling.
Not even you.
All right, all right.
Should I plant some more?
They also pass the time gardening.
Everyone, we're leaving this place soon. The Ark is going to be sealed. Although forced underground, humanity will go on. It's all of you who made this possible. If it weren't for everyone here, we would never have made it this far. You all have saved humanity. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Pray for the dearly departed who left before
Counting
us.
down. 3, 2, 1.
3 weeks later. There's a thunderous reverberation that seems to shake the very ground. Like, as I read that, Ember was like shaking herself under the desk, like actually like rumbling. The Ark has been sealed.
It's finished.
Good job, everyone.
You too, Pina.
The Ark has officially been sealed. We would like to thank the Goddess Squad once again.
And a big thanks to you as well. Now, let's start moving. Where should we go?
To honor your achievements, commemorative statues in your image will be erected in the Ark.
We know where this is leading.
Books and advertisements will tell your story for generations to come. Everyone will regard the Goddess Squad with the utmost reverence.
Tell me your name.
I told you, I cannot disclose that information for security reasons.
Name.
Oswald.
Right, Oswald. I'm coming for you. If not you, then your family and your children.
I like her style.
I promise that I will make you die a long, miserable death.
Big hype.
My goodness. Where did all this come from?
You never intended on letting us enter the Ark, did you?
No. Once the Ark is sealed, it cannot be reopened.
But losing us would be a loss for the Ark as well.
Science is bound to advance. We are already close to finishing the 3rd generation of NIKKEs.
The data that we have accumulated indicates they will far exceed the preceding models.
So the Goddess Squad is first line NIKKEs? Right?
And even that data will become obsolete in time.
Oswald,
Go on.
Prototypes.
open the door.
I'd love to, but I can't.
Open it.
No can do.
Open it. I said, open it. If you don't open the door this instant, I'll tear it off its hinges. You'll all be doomed.
You won't do that.
I will. Open it!
You're all far too noble to do something like that. You wouldn't put all these people in danger just to save yourselves. Or, to be more precise, you can't. It's how you're hardwired.
I have just one question.
Go ahead.
Are you acting alone? Or was this agreed on by everyone?
The latter.
Understood.
I will end our communication here.
Wait. Just let one person in. One! Pina. I promised. I said I would take her to paradise. Please, at least let her in.
Communication ended.
Re-establish connection.
The line is closed. Unable to connect.
No.
Notice the eyes going like kind of like darkish.
Dorothy, let's rest for a bit.
Oswald, I will make you die a miserable death, and all your family, friends, and everyone you ever knew. Yep, that's right. Let's take a quick breather. Just a quick moment. Be right back. Alright, alright. Welcome back. Let's proceed. The NIKKE's, the Goddess Squad, the prototypes are lost on the surface, cut off from the Ark. Pele can't go to paradise.
Very well. Moving out.
We proceed.
Do you think I can see a dragon today?
Yeah, you can see a dragon. Ugh.
Nice and fast.
Hey, question. The Mog gameplay mode, the Memory of Goddess.
Reloading.
You can play that on a phone too, right?
Reloading.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I'll play some of that on my phone.
I should start preparing for the next class.
We have
Less
to
feel
leave
of
this
you, but
place.
yes. Okay.
Agreed.
I think it's a good idea as well.
What?
Uh-oh,
If we
she's
stay
got that.
here, the deluge of raptures will never stop.
Dorothy looks like me in the morning.
We'd be putting this entrance in harm's way.
We could handle lower-class beasts without issue, but should we encounter a heretic, our victory would be by no means assured.
Exactly. So we have to get out of here.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. We were betrayed. By the Ark. By mankind itself. The very ones we risk our lives protecting. They've turned their backs on us. Now you're saying that we need to move to keep this place out of danger? Do you all have a screw loose?
Dorothy. Then what do you want to do?
Isn't it obvious?
We can't strike back at the Ark.
It's the last refuge for humanity.
You don't think I'm upset? I'm furious. I feel just as betrayed as you do.
But just as Oswald said, most of these prototypes, well, no, all of the prototypes, are hardwired that they can't strike back at humanity. But what if they have a mental breakdown?
But what can we do? We can't lash out at the Ark because of this.
What we need to do is find a way to kill the leader of the Raptures up on the surface.
Stop. Just stop. No, we can't accept this. Paradise is right underneath us. All we have to do is go inside. This was going to be our reward for all the pain and suffering we'd endured. Now you want to give it all up just like that? Oh well, what can we do? Are you all barking mad? Everything we've done up until now was for nothing. None of it mattered. Lilith and Red Hood, they're gone. And for what?
You're wrong. We saved humanity. Right now, that's enough for me.
How can that be enough?
You think I don't feel betrayed? Of course I do. I can't tell you how furious I am. But we're the Goddess Squad. The Goddess of Victory. Mankind's last hope. Until the very end. For us, this is a point of pride that will never fade. You're the one who taught us that, Dorothy. You did. So answer me, Dorothy. Are we Goddess of Victory? Answer me. Are we, or are we not, Goddess of Victory?
Yes.
Are we mankind's last hope?
Yes.
We are the Goddess Squad, are we not?
Dorothy!
said. Your words remind us never to forget who we are.
No need to fear. Litter is here.
The song randomly very upbeat, kinda. I mean, like uplifting. I mean, but does it though?
I have to do some well done.
Nice song though.
I should start preparing for the next class.
Has everyone gathered their belongings?
Got it, although 'tis but a pittance. Only a bag of seeds and my sword.
I'm all set.
I'm good here as well.
The four NIKKEs look around without speaking.
Let's go.
Okay.
Coming.
Me too.
Let's go, Dorothy.
Everyone starts to walk.
I think it's best to split up.
Right.
Hey.
Our goal is to take down the Queen. The surface is a vast expanse, and there is much to discover. Going our separate ways could prove beneficial.
How will we stay in contact with each other?
We'll use fire beacons. It's the only option we have.
'Tis a bit primitive, is it not?
I'll try to scrounge up some walkie-talkies or cell phones and hand them out next time we meet.
That would be most appreciated.
Speaking of, how about we meet up once a month at a designated location? That way we can exchange information and see how we're all doing.
Fine by me.
Yes, that's a good idea. Well then, this is it, everyone. Before we branch off, I wanted to say one last thing as your leader. Don't hurry yourselves. We have plenty of time. Time is both on our side and also our enemy. You are all free to do anything you wish, so long as none of you forget our ultimate goal, taking down the Queen. Whether it's farming, helping the dead find solace, or creating delicious new recipes. Never lose yourselves.
Worry not about me.
You got it.
Will do.
And never forget to be proud. Ever. I'll go first. Let's go, Pina.
Stand proud.
Pina?
Dorothy stares towards the guard post.
Pina! Why aren't you coming?
Dorothy, Pina...
Scarlet.
Snow White shakes her head.
It looks like Pina left something behind. You all go ahead. I'll leave once Pina gets her things. I was trying to act cool and be the first to leave, but guess we'll be the last ones out the door.
Very well. We'll go first.
Stay alive, everyone.
See you next month.
The three NIKKEs walk off into the distance. Dorothy starts to walk back to the guard post.
Pina, what are you doing? Let's go. There's nothing here for us anymore.
Dorothy, can we just stay here?
Huh?
Look around you. All these buildings we repaired, the tools we crafted, the graves we dug, the garden we planted. We made all of it.
I know it's sad having to leave this place, but we...
Dorothy, this is our paradise.
Paradise?
All of our memories, good and bad, are here. It's a place of our own. If this isn't paradise, then what is? You promised me, remember? You said you would take me to paradise. Then let's stay here. I want to be with you, Dorothy. At this place. Paradise for me is wherever you are.
Pina.
So we can't stay?
There's no reason we can't stay. Yes, since this is our paradise.
Oh boy.
Very well. Moving out.
And you know that explains why Pene is here, you know? Because you're constantly like, controlling Dorothy in this event.
Very well. Moving out. Very well. Moving out.
And that commercial master has some uplifting messages.
Very well. Moving out.
He's a real cheer up. $11.
Do you think I can see a dragon today?
Dragon?
Class is over. I've handled it.
This uniform is so comfortable.
I have to do some quick maintenance. Give me just a second.
Oh!
Time for class to begin.
Everyone will have a blast in Wonderland!
Pay attention in class.
Gotta reload real quick.
Come on, kill. Good.
Teacher, let's go have some dessert now.
Just checking some trippy things, you know, besides on Twitter for the TwitchCon thing is happening. Random updates to Twitch coming, but not crucial. The Tunic has spent some time in their
What do you think
self-made
of this, Dorothy?
paradise.
It's such a beautiful piece of cloth. It is, but what can we do with it?
Maybe we can use it for some kind of decoration.
In that case, can you find some in pink?
I knew I'd convince you.
Dorothy and Penny scavenge the area for anything of value.
Taste this, will you?
A bit salty for my taste.
I thought so too.
Did you follow the recipe?
I thought the recipe needed some work, so I added a little extra.
There's a reason why recipes exist, you know.
They cook things that are actually worthy of being called food.
Dorothy, look at this. It's all withered.
What do you think was the problem?
Lack of sunlight, too much or too little water. It could have been anything, really.
Farming is tough.
It's okay. We'll just try again.
All right, let's give it another shot.
Time is on our side, after all.
They do some gardening.
Dorothy, do you remember all those who have passed on?
Not all of them. And that fills me with great shame.
Will you remember me when I'm gone?
No.
Hey!
Because you'll never leave me. I won't allow it.
Wow, a bit controlling, but kind of romantic all the same.
Not bad, right?
They pray for those who had passed before their time.
What was Lilith like?
Hard to say. She was the type of person impossible to describe in only a few words. She was a strong person who wasn't afraid of being vulnerable, able to bend but never be broken. Harsh and forgiving in equal measure.
She was a
She was
giga
a very
chat.
special person.
Do you miss her?
No, I don't. She achieved everything she wanted in life. Only after accomplishing all she'd set out to do did she depart from this life. I have no regrets about how she passed, and that's why I don't miss her.
Did you guys all make this coffin yourselves?
Yes, Scarlet carved the stone herself. I was going to ask her to do the same for you. Wait.
Uh-oh. Dorothy turns her head. No one's there.
Oh,
Holy shit.
right. I see now. Pina, you stayed with me and kept me sane. Thank you. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Goodbye.
Oh boy. Those fights in between there, like a little, like, random.
Time for class to begin.
Everyone will have a blast in Wonderland! Go, boys! We won!
3 days later. Dorothy's unable to take a single step away from the guard post. To her, this place is paradise. The original paradise she had dreamed of was not to be, and so she had found another to take its place. This place, which she and all those dear to her had built, becomes her sanctuary, her paradise. The garden, the gravesite, the entire facility itself. It had all been an effort for her to make it all seem more permanent. Dorothy can't remove herself from this self-proclaimed paradise. She's too attached to it. Another 10 days passed. But still, she was unable to take a single step outside. The threshold at the entrance of the facility is an unsurmountable obstacle for her. She stands in front of it for hours on end, before turning and retreating back inside the guard post.
What are you still here for? Hurry up and go.
A voice comes to her for the last time. Dorothy turns around and walks past the threshold. She keeps walking. Unlike her friends, she has no clear purpose. Guiding the dead and ensuring them safe passage. Witnessing the birth of new life with her own eyes. Wanting to destroy the root of all evil. Dorothy has none of that conviction. The only purpose in her life had been to find paradise. But paradise was lost. There's now no reason for her to move forward, or at all. She has always been a beacon of hope to others. But deep down, she was always hollow. Dorothy stops in her tracks, taking in her surroundings.
Such vastness. Such beauty, yet there is nowhere I can call my own.
Dorothy's eyes stop at a sign. Humanity's last paradise, the Ark, welcomes you. A wave of nausea rolls over her. Her vision begins to blur, but she manages to pull herself together and continues looking around. All around her, flowers bloom and butterflies flutter in the air. Blades of grass sway in the gentle breeze. Dorothy looks up at the sky. The crystal clear sky above is dotted with pristine white clouds. Golden rays of sunlight stream through, as if blessings all those who have bathed in its glow. It's a nice day out. No, a perfect day. Humanity's last paradise, the Ark, welcomes you.
Lies. All lies. Liars. Every last one of you.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't think I can do this.
Dorothy glares at the sign. Her eyes burn bright, but the luster that shone in the past was long gone.
I will get it back. This place only exists because of us. It belongs to us. I will take back what is rightfully ours, no matter what it takes.
Ay, ay, ay.
Very well. Moving out. Very well. Moving out. Very well. Moving out. Very well.
All alone now.
Moving out. Very well. Moving out.
So they said they would meet up every month, and by now the time that passed was like, what, 2 weeks?
Very well. Moving out.
Hard difficulty unlocked, hey! Oh yeah. Wait. But can I do hard mode? Or will I be power locked? And the question is, how long does hard mode take? I like the song. It just fights until the last one. I've never done hard mode before.
Let's go have some dessert now. That concludes today's teacher. Let's go have some dessert now. We won!
Go, go, victory!
For Bolt and me. Teacher, let's go have some dessert now. That concludes today's. We won!
I was worried this was going to be like another hour. Because I don't have that today, but I want to see the end.
We won!
Story's got me gripped.
That concludes today's lesson.
I should start preparing for the next class.
Alright, here we go. What are you? We're gonna call you Cockhead. Shoot the Cockhead.
Give me a few minutes and I'll be right.
Hyper Red Ash? I should do it soon. I should do it soon.
Time for class to begin.
Like, I mean, so basically I've done the Crown one, and now this one, of like big events. I mean, you know, I've played the cheerleader event, but like this is like, you know, the voiced ones are like the big events, right?
Teacher, let's go have some dessert now.
Well, they pack a punch. Whoosh. Mass-produced NIKKE.
You okay?
Thank you for saving me. I didn't expect a lord to pop out like that all of a sudden. My entire squad was wiped out, but I managed to make it here alone. Who are you? Wait, are you that pilgrim everyone speaks of?
So pilgrim has become part of the people's vocabulary in the Ark, has it?
Oh yes, everyone is talking about you. I was almost starting to think it was all made up, but I can't tell you how honored I am to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's been some time since I've interacted with a NIKKE that's been sent up to the surface. If you don't mind me asking, how is the Ark faring these days?
I don't mind one bit. You saved my life after all.
Well, I appreciate that.
Uh-oh.
They're preparing a countermeasure against the AI that oversees the Ark? Is it because they've deemed the AI poses too great a threat?
An AI is overseeing the Ark. No, 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 no.
Precisely. This is all supposed to be the top secret, of course. The government has also been going around recruiting the Ark's greatest minds, as they call them.
Any candidates on the short list?
I can't say. I'm afraid my knowledge doesn't extend that far.
If that's the case, I'll give you my personal contact information. Get in touch if you find anything.
Can I really do that?
Of course. I am on a secret mission, however, so you must keep our meeting safely under wraps.
Of course! If they're about to do a brain scan on me, I'll self-immolate.
What?
I appreciate that, but I don't think you'll have to go that far.
No, you don't understand. You're a hero to all of us. Hearing stories about the Goddess Squad's exploits was my only source of joy when I was in the Ark. We all know what you've done for humanity. And you've gone and saved my own life on top of that. I'll do whatever I can to help you.
Well, thank you.
Uh-oh.
The Ark's greatest minds. Is there any way to drag them up to the surface?
Dorothy,
Oh, hey.
Snow White.
it's been a long time.
Indeed, it has. How many years has it been? 50?
Give or take.
How did you know I was here?
I never stopped searching for you.
I see. Well, what is it?
You never came to see us. Why? Not even once.
I was busy.
Why are you attempting to gather information about the Ark? What are you planning?
You knew?
We keep abreast of Ark-related matters as well. We heard of a pilgrim showing a very keen interest in the Ark. I didn't expect it to be you. What are you planning, Dorothy?
I'm going to take it back.
The Ark?
Yes.
Oh, Dorothy.
Now relax. It's not like I'm planning on storming in and taking it by force. I'm going to make them come to me. I'm going to make them want me.
But why?
We're the only reason the Ark even exists, and they sold us down the river. Well, those who betrayed us will soon come crawling on their knees, begging for my forgiveness. Can you imagine a more joyful spectacle? I'll take advantage of whatever information I can in order to make that happen. No, not take advantage of. It was ours to begin with.
You've changed.
And I see you haven't. Still a stick in the mud. You can't fool me, though. I can tell you're struggling inside as well. Are you still wandering up on the surface for mankind's sake?
That's right. You told us to always be proud.
Please spare me. I've heard this tune before. Why don't you flip the record over?
I should go back.
Before you do,
Hmm?
I noticed you weren't using the whole goddess moniker anymore. Why not?
Isn't it obvious? Without you, we're not the Goddess Squad. We'll be waiting for you. Until you decide to come back.
Snow White disappears.
Don't wait for me. I've already come too far. I can't go back.
Overzone end. Alright, Sasuke, I mean Dorothy. Holy shit. Wait, you're telling me there was an epilogue like that in the Crown event, potentially? And I missed it because I'm weak. There's always an epilogue. I need to obtain more power so I can take back paradise. I mean, like play through the campaign. Even in the unvoiced events. Oh man. Good thing there exists YouTube and I can look it up. Okay. All things considered though, that was really damn cool event. Really damn cool story. This is well done. For like the limited amount they have, they deliver a really good story. That was nicely done. And the voice acting is to have like, you know, one game per day, like one gacha game per day for story kind of things, and one story game per day, like one bigger game, you know. In this case, Elden Ring. Although, wait, what date is it? 29th? Well, I don't know when yet. But yeah, for now, obviously, it's going to be lots of Elden Ring still. I should really get around to posting the goddamn schedule, shouldn't I? The upcoming game lists and stuff like that, so you have a plan of what's happening. Yeah. Either way, we're gonna continue with NIKKE. Probably with the Red Ash next time then. But next time on NIKKE might be like in a couple days. So we first get through Star Rail. Before I completely like feel out of touch with that again, you know? And apparently that's going to be a cool ending as well to the story of Penacony, because Hoyo does very nice climaxes. Just the whole getting there is a little bloated. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm having a really good time with Star Rail. It's just same in Genshin. You're like, Hoyo just really bloats the stuff up, and you're like, come on, man. Okay, well, you know the plan, hey, and if you haven't already, do feel free to join us on the Discord, right there. You're very welcome to join. I should be back tomorrow, although Saturday is going to be the 50-50 day, you know, maybe not. That's why you should join the Discord. I will let you know on there. Either way, I shall be back on Sunday, if I'm not back tomorrow. Okay? And with that being said, thank you all for hanging out here with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed Overzone. You're looking forward to Red Ash and more NIKKE stories. And don't forget what they said. We all remember Dorothy's words. Don't die. Right? Thank you very much for hanging out. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Ciao. Bye. I'm gonna keep playing, instead of my outro song, the Satellite song. That seems like the right thing. Yeah. Don't die.